Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex coming back in today with a brand new video, and as always, down in the title below will be the topic we're talking about today. So Black Clover, episode, 37, I believe, and I gotta say, the animation at times in this show has really been good at times. Last episode to this episode, I've seen some really cool things that I've really enjoyed about the show, actually. Animation they really went hard, for this fight at times, and I really did enjoy the Lictht versus Yami fight. It looks like it's coming to a conclusion, but at the same time, judging by the preview, it looks like we're actually going to be getting some more, and looks like some reinforcements from the other side are going to be coming in that we have not yet seen, and maybe possibly the strongest ones are the ones that we have seen so far that aren't stronger and or as strong as the Lictht, right? So, now, I gotta say, the dark, versus light, the yin versus the yang, per se. A really cool battle overall. I really enjoyed it. One thing I really like about Yami and how he approaches a lot of his, a lot of the fights in the show is, given this is the first one, he's fought in, so don't get confused with what I'm saying here, because that kind of came out a little weird. But whenever I look at this and I look at Yami and the way he approaches this fight, it's my favorite style. It's the reckless but not uncontrolled. It's the reckless. It's reckless but not without thought, per se. Intentionally leaving yourself open, doing risky things like that in order to get an attack in on the other person, because they're like, okay, I'm a strategist. I'm someone who really pays attention to battles, so I'm going. Whenever I see an opening, I'm going to acknowledge that. And he used that against him. He uses he used the Master Lich's, I guess, focus and or over focus of things to take advantage of him and give him a very dangerous blow to what the shoulder looked like. He cut him open pretty damn good. So that's something that's absolutely crazy, and that's something that we really do got to put into perspective of, is Asta going to turn into something like that? Of course, Yami's going to be his idol. He already idolized him. He just learned what real magic was right before his very own eyes, and he actually even questioned, saying, can I even become that strong without magic? Like, holy crap, man, these guys are on a whole new level, and I really like that. I mean, at the end of the day, freaking day, dude, whenever I see Asta and Asta learning Ki and seeing Asta somewhat become a little bit more like Yami and just trying to absorb his fighting style, I get really excited, because that's my favorite kind. It's what I like the most. And I love the dialogue, how Black Clover handles this dialogue within the fights, or at least this fight in general has been very good, of just Yami's attitude, the Lich's attitude, just the way they've gone into, I guess, a little bit of characterization, explaining who they are, kind of, and why they are who they are, is really freaking cool, and I love and adore seeing that. And diving a little bit more into that, we see that Master Licht, his whole thing of why he's attacking the kingdom, Clover Kingdom, given because he is from the Clover Kingdom as well, is simply because he doesn't believe in the whole, magic should not rank who you are as a person. Magic shouldn't even necessarily determine how much you make, per se. And in a way, yes, it should, because, it's still an occupation, and certain, if you're good enough at something, you should be paid more, sure. And at the same time, though, he's basically saying, someone who doesn't have strong magic shouldn't be forced to barely be able to put food on the table. There should be jobs. There should be things that, things that are obtainable to the poor and or the middle class that are also obtainable to the very high class. Of course, there's always going to be those different class ranks and certain things you can't obtain because of your class. But at the same time, they should never truly be put in a position to where they can simply not live a healthy, nutritious life, per se. I mean, to where they're not barely getting food. I mean, discrimination and stuff, being prejudiced against certain kind of people and how they're born and where they're from, and as they're not from the kingdom. He's basically saying people are people and all people should be given a fair chance. But at the same time, he's being forceful in the way he's doing it, which is kind of like how they've made this distortion within the world in and of itself, right? So, yeah, he kind of contradicts himself a little bit, but I do like his ideals. Someone like Stain, I'm not saying he is Stain by no means, they're a little bit different, but someone who has an idea, I guess an ideology that I can follow, but not necessarily totally agree with how they're trying to handle it. I like that in my villains, and Black Clover is a show that's really starting to show that, yeah, it's not just a garbage shonen. It has some stuff to it. It has some oomph, to the show, and I enjoy that. It's something that you can't just walk over and just not acknowledge. There's going to be times where you got to look down at the people at your feet because they're coming up, and that's what Black Clover's doing right now, and that's really cool to see. So, yeah, other than that, though, guys, be sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, X25. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.